CB300R. Whoa, the CB300R is a great bike, man. Love this engine. Woo! Not a big fan of the rear suspension, but the engine is superb. I'm not that big a fan of its ABS. It kicks in too early. But the engine, the engine is a gem. The tire on this bike is Michelin Pilot Street radial, and the rear is slightly worn out, so it's losing a lot of traction on the corners, but the front is okay. See, it's losing a lot of traction. Lots of gravel on the road. The rear is losing a lot of traction, man. Let's slow down here because there are lots of people here, lots of children. I like the riding position. It's really easy, nothing too extreme. It's like sitting in a really fast armchair. Wow. Engine is really tractable. I'm doing 4th gear, now it's 5th gear, and yeah, happily cruising in around, no, actually this is 6th gear. What happened is this bike is not running a stock gearing. It's running one tooth less sprocket at the front, so that means it's like adding 2.5 tooth at the back, so the gearing is slightly shorter now, but that's really a big advantage for this bike because now the engine is really tractable for this kind of road. I don't like these damp patches because see, the rear is losing a lot of grip. This Michelin Pilot Street radial, when it's new, it's really great tire, but when it's old, it loses a lot of traction. Those guys are trying to overtake me. Let's see what I can do. The brakes are okay, not that great. There's not much feel on the brakes, but it bites okay. Handling is the front part, I don't have any complaint. The back part, I'm slightly disappointed with the rear shock up, but the main culprit is the tire, the worn out tire. So as I've said previously, this Michelin Pilot Street radial, when it's new, it's really great, but when it's worn out a little bit, then the traction really goes away, and even when it still looks okay, but when you're pushing it on a corner, there's no more grip. Luckily it stopped raining. If it was raining, I don't think we'd be able to ride it like that. Definitely not, because it loses a lot of traction. So this bike is not meant for, you know, it's not meant for racing, and it's not a crotch rocket, but as you can see, it can be ridden really fast thanks to the engine. Chassis is also okay, but it's really meant for cruising around town. For that, the engine is a gem. It's really tractable. It's really smooth, and you don't really have to bother changing gears that much, because you just leave it into third or fourth gear, then that'll be enough for this kind of roads. But now I'm pulling at the fifth gear, so I'm still doing 55, 56, somewhere in the 60s, and using fifth gear. This is all corners, and it's slightly uphill also. So the engine is a real gem. Out of 100, I'll give 110. With the altered gearing, it's really great, man. But really, I'm slightly disappointed with the speedometer. There is no gear position indicator. So like these days, even the 150s have got that gear position indicator, so it's not there. And other than that, it looks okay. Everything is there, whatever you needed. Average speed, average mileage, and all that. So this is it's really easy to read. Temperature is there, fuel, not much you need, not much more you need. So it's a basic bike, but I like the styling, the neo classic styling. I still have to test the headlight at night. I haven't ridden it at night. Let's hope it's good. Like the indicator also. Really like the styling. Only thing is, I was hoping it will handle much better, so slightly disappointed, but that's mainly you know, because of the worn out tires. So I'd badly like to ride this again when it's got a proper tire, like most probably Apollo Alpha H1 or the new TVS Eurogrip Proto Extreme. Those are two great tires. One thing I don't like about imported tires, the ones we can get in India, is as you can see, the road conditions are not that great. Sometimes suddenly we'll get some gravel in the corner and broken roads and all that. So for that, I mean, in those kind of situations, really sporty imported tires are not the best options. Indian tires are usually not too bad. So with those kind of tires, I think the handle will improve dramatically. What we've done is, because the rear was squirting a lot in the original settings, we've added one step to the preload at the back. Front, this 41mm upside down fork is non-adjustable, so you cannot do anything right other than putting some shims and all. Don't want to do that. So you don't actually need to do anything on the front. Front is okay. One thing is, slide is slightly soft, and this bike badly needs a new tire. Other than that, it's great. And when I first rode the bike, I'm not a big fan of the angle of the handlebars, but now I've gotten used to it, so it's okay. I like it. I like the stands, and I'm not a big fan of this red color. I prefer the matte black color. If it had come in white or some flashy colors, I think it'll really stand out, because the styling is great. And on top of that, what Honda have done with this bike is they've really cut down the weight. It's the engine is basically a hopped up CBR 250 engine. It's a Honda CB300R engine. So what's different is the crankshaft is different from the 250R. CBR 250R crankshaft is different. The camshaft, the ECU, the injector, all those are different. But all that, the good thing is you can just fit it on a CBR 250 and it will go like this bike. So that's great news for CBR 250 owners. What Honda have done is they've really cut down the weight from the CBR 250 or the CBR 300. This bike weighs around 146 kg. So Honda has gone to great lengths to cut down the weight. They've even put a hollowed out axle shaft on the bike, and the wheels are really light. The brakes are radial mounted at the front, but the feel, I'm not a big fan of the feel. But still, you can really feel the lightweight, the lightness of the bike. Sometimes on really fast corners it's actually too flighty, a bit nervous. But as I said, this is a street bike. It's meant to be ridden in the city. For that kind of riding, it'll be, I mean, I think it's one of the best, if not the best. So really a big fan of the engine. Styling, yeah, I like the styling. I just don't like the color, that's all. So especially when you remove that rear license plate hanger, that ugly thing that comes out from the tail, it looks a part of a really good street fighter. So this is our review of the Honda CBR 300R. This bike is not the BS6 version, because BS6 version hasn't come out. This is the BS4 version. Comes to India in the manner of CKD, completely knocked down unit. I think this bike, all the parts are made in Thailand, and it's imported in India, assembled in India. So what I've heard is the BS6 version will be completely made in India. So I don't know how the quality will be. Really happy with the fit and finish of this bike, but let's see when the BS6 version comes out how the quality compares. I mean, the Indian version compares with one problem I have with this particular bike is when I shift it from first to second, sometimes it misses. I'm not sure if that's that problem is on this particular bike, or this is my friend's bike, so I'm not sure when he had last changed the oil. Might be the oil, I'm not sure, but that is there, very un-Honda like. Tu namo kan in bila tero hopotila ti chon ka peito lo ti kan ban chep cho pe ka peito lo ti chon okay mo tlang lawang the whole day I've been when I try to push the indicator button, I've been honking because this version is changed on this CB300R. It's the same configuration on the MT-15. In the MT also I've accidentally honked so many guys and they got pissed off, but on this bike, yeah, been doing that a lot. Need some getting used to. Anyways, see, on the city it's really nimble, and the tractable engine is really great. I'm pulling second gear, third gear. Shit. Again second gear, third gear. I'm doing around 30-36 kilometers per hour on third gear. Now I'll be doing fourth gear. Let's see how. Now I'm fifth. Let's see if it can crawl in sixth, 50. It's uphill. That's how tractable this engine is. It's a really great engine, and I really like the induction sound that's coming from the airbox and the engine. Yeah, my friends, some of them will be going this. Mo? Eng. Ho pot nila in ball pot nila tero. Rebak don cholo. Biron ka phone na rian ni china kanin mo. Ka chang man to sila ka ho pot ang MPN ni chong ka ron shil mai chou. Tlang pot ang. Oh. I ho tlang nga don mi. Ina an ho pot ang tu na chon mo. Ani pot to. Ale. Is a very young kid, and this is the first time we've ridden together, and like he's really promising. He's quite fast. I haven't seen him riding. First time I've seen him riding, and he's really promising. So for this is what this CB300 is meant for, crawling in the city. For this, I think it'd be perfect with the armchair riding position. It's really relaxing. I've been riding the whole day, and I don't have any complaint on the riding position. It's really easy. The clutch pull is slightly stiff. I think this is because of the slightly stiffer clutch springs, because the CBR250R has a really light clutch pull, but I prefer this because the clutch seems to be really strong. See, it can crawl like anything. It's really smooth. I'm using second gear right now. Badly want to ride this with proper tire, because the one it's using right now is already gone. I'm using fourth gear. Third gear, fourth gear. Really tractable engine. Now I'm using fifth. Because of this pandemic, the COVID-19, there is very little traffic, very less people on the streets. Have to be really careful these days. It's hitting India pretty bad, and even in Mizoram we have around 1,000 cases, but compared to other states, we are still really fortunate and lucky to have that little. I mean, only 1,000 is not that much compared to other states, so we're really fortunate. Anyways, enough of this pandemic, because it's screwing up the whole world, and like I don't want to think about it. Today it's all about this Honda CBR, the Honda CB300R. So thank you guys for watching. Check out all our other videos. Please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you all for watching.